Well, hello, Tube. So there's no good way of doing this, and um, the lighting is going to be terrible. But we're down to the last two little shelf. So shall we get started? First off, we have Angela's Ashes by Frank Mccourt. This probably should be in my nonfiction section. I don't know why it's in here. Um, but the story of him growing up in, I don't remember, is it Limerick? Ireland, somewhere in Ireland. Um, really, really good story. Just awesome. Just amazing. Frank has he can tell a good story. And then Teacher Man, which is when he becomes an adult and becomes a teacher in New York, I believe it was. So, excuse me. And then I haven't read Tiz yet. I got Tiz somewhere. Tiz is supposed to be kind of the weakest of the three, so I just never got around to it. So we got Anna Green Gables. This is the Reader's Digest. These Reader Digest books are awesome. If you come across them in like your Salvation Army and stuff, don't turn your nose up at them. They're really great books. Um, but I really like Anna Green Gables. Anne reminds me of my daughter because my daughter's a little chatterbox, and so is Anne. Then we have The Tale of Genji, which I believe is the first. It's either like the first ever written novel or it's like the first ever written novel by a woman. I don't remember which, but the thing is, it's ancient. Um, it's okay. Um, like I would much rather read something like Musashi or Shogun, but I don't regret reading this whatsoever. It's massive. Um, some of you probably yelling at me right now. Tell Genji's just okay. Yeah, I mean, then we got Choke, which is one of the weirdest. Chuck writes really weird books as it is, and Choke's one of the weirdest of them all. But I really like Choke. About this dude that I don't even know if I really want to describe. I don't really want to describe this book on my channel, but if you read it, it's yeah, it's definitely a Chuck Palahniuk. Fight Club, great book. Um, I'm sure you've read the book and watched the movie by now, and if you haven't, I don't know what you're doing. Um, this is Chuck at his best. And then we have Survivor, which is it's another really weird book. Um, it, it's not as graphic as Choke is. But like you got Survivor, and then you got like Lullaby, and um, oh, what's the other one I'm thinking of? He just his books are just so odd, and how he comes up with them is um, what's the one where he's the it's like the girl and she's like painting the pictures and on the island. Um, Dang, I wish I can remember. But anyway, yeah, I don't know how he comes up with the stories. It's like he must just smoke a whole bunch of dope and um just starts free writing ideas or something. I don't know. And then we have Arctic Maria Remark, The Arch of Triumph. This is a really cool book. It's about um a doctor from maybe Germany. I don't remember now. And I believe he's in France. Working under the table and um yeah, it. I don't really want to because if I go into any more detail, I'll probably just kind of ruin it. But it's a really good book. Um, I really like him. And then got A Time to Love and A Time to Die, um, which now I come to think about it, I don't. think I have a copy of all. I have a couple different copies of All Quiet on the Western Front, but they're in other places. But I believe all three books, All Quiet on the Western Front, A Time to Love and A Time to Die, and Arch of Triumph. I think they all kind of have a bit of the same ending. I don't really want to say it because I don't want to ruin it if you've never read them. But now that I think about it, they all kind of end the same way. I guess he has his own way of doing things. But this one, um, dude is he in the war? I don't remember. He's like chasing this girl around this bombed out town and somewhere. It's good. It's been forever since I read it, so I don't really remember a lot of the details. Carl Sagan Contact. I will say the one thing I want to say about this is it took me a embarrassing long time to figure out that this was actually fiction and nonfiction. It didn't really dawn on me until like halfway through the book that yeah, okay, this is not fiction, or this is fiction, not nonfiction. So I don't know what I'm talking about. We got Franny and Zooey by J.D. Salinger. These like two little novels put into one. Really enjoy it. The first one's kind of dude bro at its best. Then the second part is actually what got me to read The Way of the Pilgrim. It's basically this girl is carrying around a copy of The Way of the Pilgrim, and her brother, I believe, is trying to tell her that is pretty much just drivel, and yeah, it has, I think it was, what's the family called, the Glass family, which come and go out of Salinger's works. And we have Of Mice and Men by Johnny Steinbeck. I have a video for this one up on the channel. I won't really talk about it. The Rum Diary by Hunter S. Thompson again. I have a video on that one up on the channel. And then we have What Men Live By and Other Stories by Leo Tolstoy. That's the only Tolstoy that I've read, and I absolutely love it. I really need to break down and just spend the time and read, you know, his big masterpiece works. But I don't know. I just haven't been able, haven't been wanting to dedicate the time to it. So yeah, there you have it. That's it for that shelf. We have one little partial shelf left, and then that's it for 2022 shelf tour. Should add some of the things that aren't shown are a lot of the short story collections that I was doing videos on. I still have all those. I just have those off to the side, and eventually I want to finish those short story collections, doing, videos story by story. I don't know, I just gotten away from it and haven't picked it back up, but maybe 2022 sometime we can finish those off. So that's it for this one, peeps. Cheers.